Good morning, everyone. I'm Padmapriya, Assistant Professor, Department CSE in RMD Engineering College. Today, I'm going to present you a topic on OSI Architecture in the subject 21 CS 501 Computer Networks. Why do we need OSI model? OSI model is used to understand communication over a network and new technologies as they are being developed. Troubleshooting will be easier by separating functions into different network layers. It allows you to compare primary functional relationships on various network layers. These are the 7 OSI layers. First comes the physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, and application layer. So these layers are present in each and every network, each and every device. Through these layers, the data is being communicated from one device to another device across the network. Well, let us see about the physical layer. The physical layer is the first and foremost layer which comes at the bottom. It is used to define the electrical and physical specifications of the data connection. It is the one through which the data is going to be delivered in the form of electrical signals. This level establishes the relationship between a device and a physical transmission medium. The physical layer is not concerned with the protocols and it carries a bit stream over a physical medium. Examples of physical layer are network adapters, Ethernet, repeaters, hubs, etc. The functions of physical layer are representation of bits, data rate, line configuration, physical topology, transmission mode. Next comes the data link layer. The data link layer corrects the errors which can occur at the physical layer. To define the protocol to establish and terminate a connection between two connected network devices. It is IP address understandable layer, which helps you to define logical addressing so that any endpoint should be identified. The layer also helps you to implement a routing of packets through a network. It helps you to define the best path, which allows you to take the data from the source to the destination. The data link layer transforms a raw transmission facility to a reliable link. It has been subdivided into two types of sublayers, media access control and logical link control layer. The functions of the data link layer are framing, physical addressing, flow control, error control, access control. Next comes the network layer. The network layer is responsible for the source to destination delivery of data unit called packet. The message delivery at the network layer does not give any guarantee to be reliable network layer protocol. Layer management protocols that belong to the network layer are routing protocols, multicast group management, network layer address assignment. The functions of the network layer are logical addressing and routing. Next comes the transport layer. Transport layer is responsible for a process-to-process delivery of the entire message. It maintains the quality of service functions. It determines how much data should be sent, where, and what rate. It helps to ensure that data units are delivered error-free and in sequence. The transport layer also offers an acknowledgement of the successful data transmission and sends the next data in case no errors occurred. TCP is the best known example of the transport layer. Functions of the transport layer are service point addressing, segmentation and reassembly, connection control, flow control, and error control. Next is the session layer. The session layer is a network dialog controller. It establishes, maintains, and synchronizes the interaction among communicating systems. And the functions of the session layer are dialog control, synchronization, and binding. Next is the presentation layer. Presentation layer is concerned with the syntax and semantics of the information exchanged between the peers. It also helps you to handle data compression and data encryption. It also formats and encrypts data which should be sent across all the networks. This layer is also known as a syntax layer. Character code translation from ASCII to XD. Functions of presentation layer are translation, encryption, and compression. Next comes the application layer, which is the topmost layer. The application layer enables the user, whether human or software, to access the network. It is the OSI layer which is closest to the end user. It means OSI application layer allows the user to interact with other software applications. It provides a user interface and support for services such as electronic mail, remote file access and transfer, shared database management, and several types of distributed information services. The functions of application layer are network virtual terminal, file transfer access and management, mail services, directory services to identify communication partners, determining resource availability, synchronizing communication, This application offers distributed database sources and access for global information about various objects and services. Thank you.